Hey, what's up, guys? It's Scarra here from theScore eSports here with KonKwon from the Apex Challenger team. Why don't you introduce yourself a little bit to us?
Hi, I'm KonKwon. Most of you know from playing for support for Energy, and now I'm playing support for Apex Pride, which is challenger team for Apex. I like Apex.
Okay, I have a lot of questions. So, I mean, Energy kind of broke down a little bit last split. I know there were a lot of, I heard there was a lot of in team problems, and in this split, they're not looking too hot as well. Do you think any of the problems kind of maybe stayed over transitionally from like last split to this split, or do you think these are all just new problems that have kind of jumped up?
Well, I'm pretty sure they're all like some same problems because they're all same players. Well, only GVM and like yeah, but like I don't really know too much about Energy's right now like problem, but like I'm pretty sure they have like new issues along with new players and like I'm pretty sure that has more effect than the whatever the problems they had before.
This may be a weird question, but a lot of times when people leave LCS, a lot of them don't go back to Challenger because it's really unmotivating to go from Challenger to LCS back to Challenger. So I guess what I want to ask you is what made you want to stay in the competitive scene after already reaching LCS?
Uh, it just really sucked going back to Challenger, and I just wanted to prove to everyone that I can do better than what I showed before. And yeah, I just felt like I can do better than all the LCS players. So I just wanted to keep trying.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about your team. So the Apex Challenger team is a roster with like what? You, Shifter, Roar, Chris, and Diamond.
Yeah.
Have you guys been playing a lot together recently?
Well, yeah, NACS season started, so we've been like screaming every day, and we're not doing too well, but we're just still trying to like feel each other and like get better as a team.
Do you have any direct interaction with the main team? Do you guys scrim blocks with each other, or are you guys more separate entities?
I thought we were gonna scream a lot at each other, but that never happened. We're just like a basically separate team. Yeah, we don't really like have any interaction outside of like just personal like friends stuff.
Uh, your new coach is Crumbs, correct? How is he working out for you guys? I think this is the first time he's ever been in an official coaching role. How's he like helping you guys improve as a team?
Oh well, he was a jungler, so like obviously he has a lot of jungle knowledge. So I think he's helping Diamond a lot the most. But well, he's a new coach, so like he's still struggling a little bit, and it's like he's trying to figure out what works best for him and us.
Uh, I don't know too much about the AD Roar. Could you kind of fill me in? Like, how is it playing with him? Like, what's his kind of pass look like? And like, how do you guys feel together as a bot lane?
I really like playing in Roar. I think Roar played for Jinair and CJ before he came to America, and like he has like 3 challenger account in Korea, and I think that's pretty good. And I played a lot. I played like months with him now, and I think he's like the best AD carry I play with. Like he like tries to like work with me a lot, and like he tries to help me like do some things better, and I think he was really helpful for myself. And I think we can be like best AD carry in NACS, but that's not good enough for me and him, I guess.
So you've kind of been in NRG at like the lowest point, they kind of collapse. You go back into Apex Challenger. What's something that you really took away from your time in LCS and on the team?
Well, I learned a lot about how macro game works because like GVM was like really, he was like really picky about what we wanted to do. So like we tried to like play around what he tried to tell us to do, and then I think it helped me and other players who are on Energy like learn a lot about how we should think about games and whatnot. So yeah, I think I just learned a lot about macro games from Energy.
You're here today to support your main team, your main Apex team. How'd you like the games? Like, yeah, I know you watched them. They went to 3 games. Second game had like a Lucian, random Elder Dragon Steel. Like overall, how'd you feel about the series?
Uh, I guess like it was better than expected because like I know like Apex was like really struggling to get wins, so like the games are really close. So I think it was like really good for them to do that, and I don't know, just raise Jarvan's like pretty disgusting. So I don't know. I feel like they can pull some wins just from Jarvan. So I don't know. It's good for them.
When a lot of people when they look at Saints coaching, like they only really see him as like a challenger coach who like boosted a lot of teams to the LCS. This is really his first time in the LCS where he's taking it seriously. How do you see his kind of coaching style? Do you think he's more like a lot of people look at his drafts, especially as being very good? What do you think about Saint as a coach, even though he doesn't work with you specifically?
I mean, I worked with him when I was on coast, and when we made LCS, so I know him a lot, and I think like he's really good coach because like he knows how the players feel. So like because he was like a player before, so like he knows how players feel, and I think that's really good for us. And he also tries to like work with us like one on one. Like he tries to like ask us like how we feel and like just mental stuff. So I think it's really helpful for us to have him as a coach.
If you could make the perfect support staff, who what would you have? Would you have like a head coach and like couple analysts, like uh sports psychologists? What's your most ideal support staff? What do you think is the most necessary, most core for a team to function correctly?
I think like having like head coach and strategic coach is nice, and maybe like I don't know about like sports psychologists because I didn't really have too much experience with them, so I can't really comment on that. But having like analysts like who looks over all the games and like see what their habits are, that would be nice. So like, maybe like three would be nice, I guess. Like head coach, analyst, and strategy coach. Yeah.
Since you've kind of been around, you've been challenger, LCS challenger again. How does the league scene look like over time, and how do you kind of see where it's going? Like what direction it's going to? Is it going to a better place in the near future? Do you feel like maybe challenger's kind of in a really bad spot right now? Like what's it look like from the inside?
As for challenger scene, it got a lot better from what it was a few years ago, and I don't know if it'll get a lot better because since like even now there isn't that much attention to challenger scene, so I don't see it getting like that much better unless like LCS teams like occupy the full NACS scene. But yeah, I think it's a lot better than how it was before, and I hope it gets better.
And lastly, how do you kind of feel about your competition in Challenger this split? I know you have like a fairly stacked roster, but so do some other teams like C9, and then there's other teams coming up like maybe Dream Team. What do you think your chances are of making it back into the LCS?
As of how we play right now, it's not looking too well. We are not meeting at least my expectation of how we should be playing. But hopefully we can pick it up and like I think we're improving like rapidly. So hopefully we can pick it up and be able to beat C9 because I think we had to be top one to make it into LCS this split because LCS are really competitive this summer. Sorry.
Well, do you have any final words to say? Anything that you want to say out to your fans?
I don't know if I got any fans from being on Apex, but thank you for all the fans who like still supports me, and I'm sorry that I didn't and perform well, I guess, on NRG, and hopefully I'll get better and get back to LCS one day. Thank you.
Well, you heard it here first from future LCS player, um, KonKwon. It's Scarra here from Score Esports. You can find more coverage online or on our mobile app. Thank you guys. Hope you guys have a nice day.